Good afternoon. Welcome, welcome back. This is first day back home. Me and Dusty and Robbie over here at Mom and Dad's place, and it's tough, man. It's so tough, and having to go through. We just went to the funeral home, had to take care of some things, and there were some changes in venue. So pardon us, everybody, and we're trying to get the word out to everybody when visitation is in the funeral. And I want to thank everybody. And I'm again, I can't express enough. I really appreciate it. And but this is bittersweet, and we're going through. We got to go through their things, and looking at old pictures and digging through. There's just so many things that pictures upon pictures. I'll have to post them later. They're just amazing. I found my dad's. This is him. It's like a yearbook when he went in the Army, U.S. Army Training Center Infantry. There's the combat infantryman's badge I was talking about. Yeah, Fort Ord, California, and it's just got all kinds of good stuff in it. You know, color pictures. This is 1960, 61. And Dusty reminded me that my dad tried out for the Rangers. And he went he got a couple weeks into it. He's like, he rung the bell, basically, like they do at SEAL Buds training. And it just wasn't for him. He's tough, but, you know, we got to give Rangers their credit, too. And that's a little bit too much. You know, he said he's going to stay in just the regular infantry, and I got to figure out more of that. But he ended up, like I said, working for an intelligence unit and going into Berlin. Dusty has got with the VFW out here. They're going to have a 21-gun salute for my dad, and they're going to present me with the flag, I guess, and I'm pretty honored about that. They had his, what they thought was his uniform, his Class A uniform. They were going to bury it with him. My dad got cremated, but they're going to put them all together. And this is mine. This is my Class A uniform from Berlin. I hadn't got my rank updated. I was a specialist when I got out. This is PFC, Private First Class. But let's try this on, see how it fits. But I think I want to dedicate it to my dad. And if they want to use it, we'll bury that with him too. And like I said, he did go into Berlin. I haven't had this thing on in 30 years. Oh boy. Here's my mom's organ. She's always into music. And I'll show you, I mean, this is just partial of the record, all the records she has. I remember this, Dialogues on Democracy. I remember listening to this when I was a little kid. I couldn't understand it, I don't know. They said I used to read the phone book on my porta potty trainer, reading the newspaper before I even went to school. I didn't know what I was reading, but I love to read. And I love these. She's got some great Bill Cosby albums. We always grew up on the Bill Cosby albums. And look at these old records. My mom got us into music at an early age. All kinds. John Denver. Doo-wop Gold. There's people in here you never heard of. Don Gibson. Ray Price. The Cooper Family. Stephen Edie. Johnny Mathis. Another Johnny Mathis. Chances are. Chances are. You guys know that one? Eddie Arnold. Another Johnny Mathis. Everly Brothers. There's some good Motown in here. Elvis. Look at these old Elvis records. George Carlin. On the Road. You know what I mean? How I got to be really appreciative of that, man. That's such a gift. You know? Got to square away on this kind of stuff. Now, this one would have been mine. The Story of Star Wars. And this one here was mine. The Bee Gees double album. I think I got this in California right before I moved to Missouri, to Buffalo, in 5th grade. And remember the Bee Gees? And I'm not going to bust anybody out, Curt Henderson, but me and him jammed out to it, and he may not want to admit that, so I understand that. And Curt's good people, but he listened to the Bee Gees too, you know, a little bit. I'll tell you one story about Mom and Dad and Curt Henderson, the first time he ever spent the night with me. And, you know, Curt, it's like in 5th grade, going into 6th. And he was a big kid, you know. He's already sporting a mustache by the time before he even goes to junior high. And he's a big kid. Big everywhere. You know what I mean? And they called him Root. That was his nickname. His brothers gave him Ellis and Tony, I think. And old Root, 5th grade, running around my house in his tidy whities. We were little kids, and embarrassed my dad. He's like, "Oh my God, tell your friend Root there to cover up. He's scaring my wife." Funny times, man. We're crying and we're laughing because we're going through and we're seeing old pictures, and it's just something else, man. Records and records and records. Another Elvis. Frank Sinatra. She had Sinatra albums, man. Huh? The lady was cool, man. She was freaking really cool about the music. She wasn't the, you know, show your top side proudly and go to Woodstock, but she loved music. And, well, she really liked Johnny Mathis, I guess. Merle Haggard. The Platters. You know, we're talking about Americana, man. This one I remember a lot. We played the hell out of this record. This is a little bit of everybody. The first authentic 1950s rock and roll collection. Got all kinds of stuff in there. And, but most importantly, she got us squared away with Jesus. And I don't care what you say. And you can mock me and make fun of me. And, oh, you ain't a very good Christian. No, I'm not. I'm one of the worst. But I believe in it. And I'm asking for forgiveness 70 times 70 a day. Joe Walsh. Now, the first 45 album I had was Life's Been Good to Me. I was like 10 years old, and Dad's like, "You're 10 years old. Give it some time, son. We'll see about how good life is to you." But I must have picked that up from Mom and her Joe Walsh. Ozark Mountain Daredevils. Elvis. Oh, help us, Elvis. Dean Martin, Happy in Love. That's Amore. Kicking Ahead. Andy Williams. You know, who remembers the best of Ronnie Dove? Kitty Well.